courtesy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking for a gap. It's Cuevas. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back to be able to pick up those yards to get those first downs.
And the runner takes off to his right. He shreds the tackle.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
You bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid game.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff heading left. That's a strong stiff arm. Some hard running there through a tackle.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
You know, I don't want to get away from a jet sweep. I think it's a good call. This one just didn't work out, so now you're way behind on the sticks.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it, enough for a first down. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it from the gun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
On the 9th play of this opening drive, it's 3rd down and short. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play and support.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Breaks free. They escaped one tackler. Couldn't escape the rest. They got him for a sack. And Indy Lions hustle to the line to run that hurry up. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. Just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and his defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Fresh set of downs for the offense, 1st down. Ball handed off. Jukes to get free. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they had over the years.
1st and 10 now for the offense. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he's got it again. That run moves the ball across the 35.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looking right, this one caught. It'll be enough for a 1st down, brought down at the 43.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Handoff in a single back formation. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And now the handoff. He shreds the tackle. Defense will make the stop in what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Oh, here comes the reverse. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands, I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
He missed it. Field goal, no good. With that miss, no change in the score.
Oh, my gosh, he had it right on target. Unfortunately, he didn't quite have the distance. That hit right in the middle of that crossbar, and they miss out on 3 points.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. That one takes it across the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Tailback with another carry. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier. Tough spot. The offense has to convert a third and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Powers through. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades. Going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looks downfield. He connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Touchdown, Penn State. Strong game by this quarterback.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. They'll hand it off. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
It was a 1st and 10 play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice, accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Third down coming up after that running play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to try the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. We've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. A handoff from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Picks up the first, looking for more. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Getting set. Here's second down. Single back, takes the handoff. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. And the Nittany Lions looking to run some tempo here. And looking to throw now on first down. Short connection to the tight end here. Tackle, but first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
The Nittany Lions lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll test the right side here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Quick throw over the middle. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This quarterback on fire today.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in his football game.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. The pass rush closing in. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Hit as he released it, and he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Penn State offense is back out on the field, trying to build on this lead before halftime. They got off to a slow start, but they've gotten it going here in the 2nd. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win.
It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Can he take it all the way? It's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's looking to scramble. And the senior calls his own number. Keeps this drive moving. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. The Nittany Lions move into the red zone. 29 Philly. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And bulldozing his way through. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick this away to begin the second half. Returner decides to field it. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Crosses the 30. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Will hand it off. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game. You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Not the accuracy we expect from the senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yards to set up a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Good enough for first down yardage. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. See if they can do it again.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Here's the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Third down play here out of the shotgun. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. And there's the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get first downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
That run moves the ball across the 40.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to throw it deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage, Kirk, and he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are in alignment. The quarterback's doing his job. The play caller is seeing the defense and putting him in a position to have success. And let's not forget the line and the receivers, the job that they're doing as well. It's a dream performance so far by this quarterback.
Snags the quick throw. And he'll make it into the end zone to increase the lead even more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Second down, we're going to throw it. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Love the call here by the defense coordinator to be able to call this linebacker blitz to come up with a sack. And over the years, Penn State blitzes these backers and are more effective than maybe any school in the country.
Third down. This offense really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Nittany Lions will crank up the tempo. Secondary up now, trying to jam his receivers. And he'll set up to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State. Well, no surprise from off. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance, calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And the extra point splits the uprights. And it's caught from inside the 20. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down. And the clock runs down here in the third quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They're going to run it here. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
It's an option look. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll raise 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Handoff here from the shotgun. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Nittany Lions will line up on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back, running out of time in the pocket. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
The sack sets up 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Throws it to the right. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, how about this approach by this offensive play call? Up big, 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots downfield looking for more points. I think they're trying to rub it in here a little bit.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, that's a big sack by this defense here on 1st down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a 1st and goal situation.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? And the stop made just short of the goal line. They'll put it at the 2.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the beatdown continues.
I thought there might be some initial penetration by this defense. The offense decides to run it up the middle. And I got to give all the credit to this back. He saw just where he needed to go. He uses that vision to get this touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Finds an open target on the left side. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wideout. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Hard running there, breaking tackles. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol.
Here we go.
They're going to run the option. He'll toss it to the back. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Hey, great job here by this defense. It's going to be 4th down and 1. They bent, but they did not break. We'll see if the offense elects to go for it here on this 4th down play.
They've been great on 4th down so far today. 3 for 3. Can they stay perfect? Direct snap to the back. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And the Nittany Lions line it up with 1st and goal. They go with a direct snap. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Second down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Penn State. And the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
Going after it, not quite through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. And it's good for a 1st down to 36.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all about? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready.
And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. And they'll use the ground game here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. You're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.